Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another weekly breakdown here at Intuition FX. I hope everyone's well. I hope everyone's had a great trading week so far, and I hope everyone's ready to get some rest. The trading week's done. Get some rest. That doesn't mean be lazy. Obviously, do your back testing, retune your models, refine them, and get ready for the week ahead. So, as always, I'm gonna get straight into it. But before I do, I'm not going to get straight into it. I'm going to tell you what I plan to do in this weekly breakdown. I plan to not make it a short one. It may be short because, like I said, when I start speaking, I'll probably end up going through everything I want to talk about, and next thing you know, the breakdown's done, and it's been like 5 minutes. But this might be a lengthy one because I do want to cover a few things. I do want to cover my weekly breakdown. I do want to cover why I took the trades I took this week. I do want to cover my Asian range model, which I haven't spoken about. Okay, so I'm gonna go through that. Sorry, a bit of psychology tricks and anything else that comes into my mind. So there's a few things I want to go over, which you will see as we get into this. So first thing, I would say if you haven't watched the previous weekly breakdown on the 9th of October 2023, you can go to my YouTube channel, Intuition FX. It is also in my you can just go on Telegram, it will be there. Or wherever you got this link from, you'll find it on that social media platform. My link to my YouTube is there. So you'll be able to find the weekly breakdown. I do suggest you go watch that. Again, everything is here for free. Uh, I am trying to improve and getting the commentaries done, so please bear with me. I'm making sure I get the trades in and I'm making sure I'm staying consistent with the weekly breakdowns. I don't want to miss those. So let's just get straight into it. Going straight to the dollar index, right? Now, we have been bullish on dollar for a while now, and I do think we are going to continue this bullish run. Again, we had the consolidation, we had the manipulation. So we have accumulation, manipulation, and look at this beautiful, beautiful distribution. Look at that. Green, 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 green. 1 week of a down candle. That is a lot of upwards movement. And there was a lot of opportunity in here to be sellers on the opposing pairs. So where do I think we're going next? I think we're still bullish. I don't have a reason to be bearish until proven otherwise. Fair value gap. I like the way we've left this one open over here. We've also got this one completely filled in, and I love the reaction from it. This is what makes it interesting to me to say, you know what, we are bullish. That's what I'm seeing. Again, this low here taken out. Boom. Look at that reject. Just look at this candle here. This is what we want to see. Institutional right there. And I'm not using fancy words, but I mean, you take out a low turtle soup and boom, a day like that. Now, I was anticipating something like this to happen, and I'm going to tell you why. And I have all the proof for it. Again, I called it on the last week weekly breakdown, so it's not hindsight. And I took the trades in real time, so you guys will see um, me go through everything. So again, what is my bias? I am still bullish. We have this buy side liquidity here on the weekly time frame. That is my goal. And then of course we have the daily volume imbalance. But again, weekly buy side liquidity, and obviously now this buy side liquidity over there. Those are my goals. So that is the dollar. GU, GBP USD. Now, my charts have been messed up by the ways, so I've had to like redo a few things. But again, like I said, I am not cherry picking. You can go watch the weekly breakdown. I'm going to keep saying that the 9th of October 2023 on Intuition FX YouTube channel, where I called all of these moves out. Because I don't want anyone saying, oh, his chart looks different. It's because my charts have been absolutely messed up. Like, I have so many charts, and I just had to recolor a few things and add new lines and all that kind of stuff. But it's the same thing as in the last breakdown, which I want to cover again. So we had the weekly fair value gap over here, and what did I say to you guys? I wanted it to come into this fair value gap, but what was it that made me target this fair value gap? Why not this fair value gap? Why not this little one over here? Why none of these, right? The reason for this is because you see all this range here. I see that as a reclaimed block. I do not see this as a breaker. I see this as a market maker sell model, and I see this candle here as the breaker, and I see this as a reclaimed block over here. Take that to the side, and this body over here, this candle over here, lines up with this fair value gap. So to me, I'm taking this fair value gap. And what else? It's not just the weekly fair value gap that I was looking at. Let's go down to the daily. It's the daily fair value gap. This is the exact fair value gap I had marked out on last week's breakdown. I said, this is where I want it to go. I'm going to allow it to go higher into this, but I want this to stay. I want this high to stay, and that is exactly what we saw, right? We saw it go higher, and we saw it absolutely tank. And again, I'm going to go through in detail why it tanked, when it tanked. So I'm not just going to say, guys, this is the breakdown, that's it, do it done like I usually do. I'm going to go in a bit more depth in this video. So again, what's my next week target? I'm going for this low over here. We have the sell side liquidity. That's my next target. And we do have this balanced price range over here. Let's take that across. I want to change this to plain. And we have a daily fair value gap again. So I'm going to mark this out in blue. Actually, no, I've already got blue. Okay. I'm going to mark this out in black. Let me put it that way. There you go. Black. Boom. So next week, I want price to come up into here and shoot lower. Again, I will go into detail, just not right now. Just give me a moment. Let me just get through some higher time frame analysis. And EU, the pair I absolutely love. Now, we have a monthly order block right here. Now, here is the thing, ladies and gentlemen. When I see a higher time frame PD array and a lower time frame PD array all align, to me, it's high confluence. To me, those are the trades on the daily time frame where I can go, right, I know if London's made the high. I know that I can hold this and it is going to do a monumental swing. I know that it's going to shoot down from here. Not with 100% certainty because no one can be 100%, but I'm very confident. So we have this monthly bearish order block, but what else did we have? We had a daily bearish order block. Now, let's look at all this movement we had over here. If you go on DXY on your chart, I'm not going to do it for you. You guys have to do this. And if you look at DXY, it'll be the opposite of this, of course. And you'll see a ride higher on DXY. The same way, look at that bearish momentum. One up week. Look at that bearish momentum, right? Let's go on daily time frame. Look how many moves we had in here. Now, the latest ones. Reclaimed block over here. Take that cross. Fair value gap over here. Remember? Again, you can go back 3-4 weeks when I was mentioning all these moves, guys. All these moves I was mentioning. You can go back all the weeks, watch them all, right? Again, we had this fair value gap. To me, that's a swing high. That is a swing high right there. Trades lower. FOMC. Retracement into this volume imbalance over here. Look at the bodies. They stay all the way there. We overshoot it. That's fine as long as we don't take out this high. And look what do we get? A rollover. So now I'm saying to myself, okay, I'm still bearish. Whilst everyone was thinking, we've taken out this, we're going to take out this high, we're going to create a fair value gap, we've bottomed out. No, I'm not here to call the bottoms and I'm not here to call the tops. I'm here to follow one thing, and that is the trend. Okay? I'm not here, especially on a daily time frame. Yes, on a 1 minute chart, 5 minute chart, I might anticipate turtle soups, I might anticipate those things, but those come with time. Alright? But on the daily time frame, I'm saying, okay, cool. What can I see? We've taken out lows. Look how many we've taken out lows from January 2020 to the start of the year. We have taken out that low. Of course there was going to be a retracement. Of course there was. But look at this, ladies and gentlemen. 1, 2, 3, and let's say 4.5, nearly 5. Actually, if you do think about it, 5 days of upwards movement destroyed in 2 days. What does that show you? That shows you displacement to the downside. That shows you EU wants to go lower. It's taking so many days to get to the daily order block. And again, I'm going to tell you why it took that many days. And then boom, 2 days is all it took to take all that out. And now we're going to go for those lows. So again, what else do we have in this time frame? We have a balanced price range. But what else do we have? a daily fair value gap. So, what am I waiting for next week? What am I waiting for? What is Intuition FX waiting for? I am simply waiting for price to come into here. Now, can it sync without me? Yes. Yes, it absolutely can. Why is that? Because we have no idea what the weekend can do. It can gap lower and it can keep running lower. A lot of things can happen, right? So, for analysis, point of view, I want us to come into this fair value gap. Do I need it to come into this balanced price range? No, I don't. I just want it to come into this fair value gap over here. Then I start stalking shorts, and you're gonna see why I did that over here. So that's the main analysis done for you guys. The next thing I'm going to cover, on the next one, is why I even took shorts. Why did I anticipate price to sell off from where it did? Why was I so confident in holding that London session trade, which I'm going to show you guys now? Again, some of you that might not be on the Telegram or might not go on it. Again, I'm going to show you guys everything. So let me just get rid of a lot of stuff there. As you guys can see, this is my channel, Telegram. This is the trade I took. So this is the trade I took, held it from London, and CPI, boom, it just sank. Now, did I trade CPI is the question. No. Trading CPI would have meant I took a trade 5 minutes before it. That's how personally, that's how I see it. I'm not trying to trade it from a 5 minute fair value gap 2 minutes before CPI. I'm not trying to do things like that. Okay. If I've got a position on London and I say to myself, we've made the high of the week. If that's what I think, I'm happy to hold it through CPI. Because look how low we had traded. And then look at where price was at the start of CPI. Pretend that down candle just did not happen. Look at where we were during CPI. I was ready to say to myself, I went break even and I said, okay, either I get stopped out or, which I'm confident in, it's going to go lower. And that's exactly what CPI did. But why was I able to have that confidence is what I'm trying to go through with you guys, right? Now, couple things. First things first, this blue shaded area here is a daily fair value gap. Yep, so I'm just going to go back on GU for you guys. This fair value gap over here, I know it's gray over here, so excuse me for that. In the weekly fair value gap, I'm just going to go back. In the weekly fair value gap, just zoom out. Over here, we have the daily fair value gap, yeah? Right there. Okay, so that is what I've marked out here. That's the 1 hour chart. EU, what is that red line, guys? It's the daily bearish order block. Yeah? Cool. Now, why was I confident in holding that? First thing is first. Let me get rid of that. And let me get rid of, well, let me go through it. Now, I want you guys to see if you can spot something very important around the reversal area. Right? If you want to pause it, you can pause it, but I'm going to carry on. So, now let's look at price. Okay? Let's look at this from a weekly profile perspective. Now, again, guys, I haven't made anything up. None of these concepts are made up. Everything I'm talking about, I give credit to ICT. Again, I have found my own way in the markets. I have found my own techniques, my own models, whatever. But again, I haven't made up the fair value gap, or I haven't made up the order blocks or the weekly profiles. This all comes from ICT's YouTube channel. This is all free. Even the 12-month mentorship is all free on ICT's YouTube channel. So if you guys want to learn it, that's the place to be. He doesn't do signals, but that's the place to do. Okay? So Sunday open. Where is Sunday open, guys? It's right here. Sunday open here. Yeah? Now, if we take that across, which we can, it's very important, yeah, to understand a couple of things. When I take out the Sunday open, there's two things I want to see. If price trades higher, but I'm bearish, I want to see it go below the Sunday open, which it does over here. You know what? I'll just draw it out. There, that's a Sunday open. If it trades below it, even by a pip, That's your telltale sign that we're going lower. That has changed. But my question is not what question, but my point is, well, it is kind of a question. Why do I want to wait until we trade below Sunday? Why would I want to miss all of this? Now, that's not me being greedy. That's me being logical. Because I'm thinking, how can I be a participant where institutions are participating? Now, again, ladies and gentlemen, this understanding of the market isn't going to come to you if you've been here for 3 months, 6 months. It's going to take some time. It may take some years because to be confident in understanding these things, it takes time. And it takes a lot of back testing. And the most important thing, a lot of forward testing, a lot of seeing this alive. I've had 4 calendar years, I'd say, of ICT, 3 to 4, four. Coming up to 4 would be the end of this year, December, 4, of just seeing ICT concepts. So when people say to me, how do you know this? How do you know that? I'm saying it's nothing special. It's just at the back of my head because I've seen it so many times. It's like when you drive a car, you don't think about changing gears if for you that drive a manual, or even if you drive automatic. When you drive, you don't sit there and you don't think about driving. You just drive. It's second nature. And trading, sorry, will slowly become like that. Okay. So again, back on track again. We have Monday 12 o'clock. Now, how do we trade? We trade higher. Now, I will cover why I was going long and how I was going long up into that daily order block. Like you guys saw, I had 2 long trades up into that daily order block, and then I had a short, right? Now, do you need to be a participant of this up move? No, you do not. If you're a starting trader, you do not need to worry about counter trend trading. This is essentially what I did. The trend is bearish. I had 2 long positions because I understood that I am not going short or no one's going short until it gets to that daily order block. So I will continue to go long until then. For you guys that may not be confident in that, who may not understand enough about the market to do that, I would wait for this daily bearish order block and then I would try and participate in the marketplace. So again, Monday, what do? We trade higher. Tuesday, what do? Trade higher. Wednesday, we hit the daily order block. But we do nothing. We do absolutely nothing. It hits it in New York. What do I want to see? I want to see displacement. So I say to myself, let me wait till Thursday. Thursday makes the high of the week. Now, if you guys remember this, if you guys pay enough attention to ICT, I don't have a printout of the weekly profiles. Okay, I have them on my computer. I've gone through them, and I don't have every single one textbook saved in my head. Okay, or in my brain. I don't look at every single one every single day. But how many times have you guys heard ICT say Thursday will normally cap the weekly range? A lot of you guys have heard ICT say that. A lot of you. Because I see it all the time on Twitter. I see it in Telegram chats like Thursday's going to cap the range. That's exactly what it did. Now, why did it do that? This is the important part. Why did it do that? This is how you find out. This is why I always go to the economic calendar, which again, I forgot last time and I nearly forgot today until I mentioned it. So I'm going to go to the economic calendar later. Thank God I got the tab open now. But this was this week's trading. Now, Monday, is it a trading day? Absolutely not. It's a bank holiday. Okay. Could you have found trades? You probably could have got scalps. I'm not going to lie, you probably could have. Tuesday, you can trade. Wednesday, you can trade. Thursday, CPI. And you know that's going to be heavy. Friday, today. Okay? So let's go back. Monday, we trade, sideways pretty much. Tuesday, we've gone higher. I'm like, okay. So Tuesday hasn't made the high of the week, clearly. Wednesday has a shallow run. Very shallow. So I said to myself, I could consider going short if it takes out this low. If it takes out that low. Now here's the thing. Why didn't I wait for Thursday to take out a low before trading? And I'm going to tell you why. Very important you guys understand this. There's a reason I had this GU chart here. There you go. That is the biggest reason I was so confident to short this trade during London that I held it. That was my confidence reason. That was the reason why I said to myself, we've got SMT. And remember another thing, where has the SMT taken place? The SMT hasn't taken place in the middle of nowhere on some random key level, sorry, like a random level. Where has it taken place? SMT has taken place at a daily bearish order block on Euro USD and a daily plus weekly fair value gap, daily fair value gap and a weekly fair value gap on GU, hence this blue shaded area. So when I see this SMT, when I see we've gone long above here and we haven't gone long here and we trade lower, what am I looking for? I'm looking for shorts. Now, what would be the better pair to trade? A lot of you might be asking. Let's be honest. I would say GU only because of RSI, Relative Strength Index, indicating that GU is weaker and it will roll over more, which again you guys will see. It offered you about nearly 200 pip move, yeah? But of course, you can profit off EU as well, about 130 pips, okay? So when I saw that SMT, guys, that is the biggest thing for me to see around the daily PD array or any PD array really that I'm indicating price to reverse from. Now, a key thing that hit me really hard was when ICT said, when you're looking for SMT, you should expect to see it at a point you expect price to trade off from or reverse from. Now, that doesn't mean you just go anywhere in the chart and look for SMT and say, oh, cool, I'm going to trade it. Because it might not even be SMT. But I was expecting these key levels to be reversal points. Hence, SMT playing a role is just an extra confluence. That was the important part for me to go in and short GU. Short EU. And I still haven't broken down that trade to you. I'm still just showing you what I was doing on a 1 hour time frame. This is, let me put it this way. Personally, I am a scalper. I am a scalper slash day trader, right? So for me, I can go in and look for scalps. I can get in and out the trades. But for some of you who really want to catch these moves, who really say to yourselves, you know what? I want to take one trade a week. I want to do a one shot, one kill style. You know, maybe even 2, 3 trades a month. I mean, guys, don't underestimate 2, 3 trades a month. Don't underestimate 2, 3%, yeah, in a month. Okay. Now, I'm not saying that's all you got to cap yourself to. If you can do more, that's brilliant. Okay. But if you can catch moves like this that can yield you this kind of RR or maybe 3, 4, 5, 6%, think about what that does to you as a trader and what that does to you for time. Because the whole point is to have time, right? Now, me, again, I love scalping. I loved it. I love it. Okay. Personally, I love just being in and out position. Even when I was in this trade, I saw it sank. Believe me, after all these years, I'm still fighting myself. I'm still fighting my demons of holding these one shot, one kills. And normally I just take heavy partials and I just leave a small runner on. That is one thing I recommend you do, even if you're scalping. Okay, let's say you have a market maker sell, a market maker buy model. Let's say it's taken out the original consolidation. I'll tell you what I do. I take off 90% of my position. 90. I leave 10% on. Okay? 90% I take, sometimes 90, 95. I just leave a very small piece on to let it trade a bit more. Because I want to basically trick my brain to understanding that it's a normal thing. I don't want my brain to think this is weird or, you know, we just have to get that original consolidation. I want to get my brain to think, listen, you can hold on to these monstrous moves. You don't just have to get out at 10 pips. You can hold for 100 pips. And I'm not saying you need to get 100 pips every single trade. No, that is not what I'm saying. Because I don't catch moves like this weekly. This does not happen for me personally. You guys see me on the 1 minute time frames, 5 minute time frames, boom, in and out. But very so often, you'll see I'll come out and I'll say, boom, 1 hour time frame. You'll see Intuition FX with a 1 hour time frame trade. You'll see it maybe once a month, twice a month. Because these are the moves that happen. These are the moves that can really, really increase your equity. And it's the ones that can just, honestly, if you're on the right side, it can do you wonders. Of course, if you're offside, it can be detrimental. So, again, simple thing again, SMT scenario, we go short. That's my reason for being short on EU. And again, GU, you have your short as well. Now, the stuff you've all been waiting for. When is he going to talk about his Asian range model? When is he going to talk about why he took the short and how he took the short? Everything is about to be covered now. So, the Asian range model. There's nothing special, I'll be real, but I will go over it. Now, when I am, let's say, bullish, okay, bullish, there are a couple of things I look for. First things first. This is literally, again, I'm gonna go back to my Telegram channel. You're gonna see this long here. You see this long over here, yeah? The trade that I took over here. Obviously, this was the clear reason for it, which I'm gonna cover for you guys now. And then I had the longs the day after that as well, as you guys can see. There's a framework for it. And then we'll go over the longs after. So, a couple of things actually. Firstly, what do I do before I even think about trading any of these? The first thing I do, guys, is I look at PD arrays. If we are going to have a turtle soup scenario, I need to know where is it going to stop. How far is the turtle snoop? Snoop? Turtle soup. I can't believe it says snoop. Turtle soup. You guys can see here, the red line. What is this? Bullish order block. Now, let's find it. What is my model, huh? This is the interesting part. What am I doing in this model, right? I'm going to show you. Now, do I even have the replay button? Is it going to let me use it? Yes, it absolutely is. So, now, again, we're at market replay. And before anyone says, hindsight this, hindsight that, or, all the, crap people are going to talk, just know the MT4 executions are there for you to see with the chart works. So, if anyone has anything to say, please don't. Anyways, what am I doing here? Now, when I trade this model, I have the 12 o'clock open as usual. And I don't care about how far above the Asian ranges are going to go. Is it going to reverse and all that? No. I know one thing. I want to take out the Asian range high. That is my goal. We are long, meaning we go lower, and I want the Asian most likely it'll take the Asian range high out, maybe retrace back into it, then shoot higher. But I know that Asian range high is my target. So what am I doing as I'm stalking price? I'm just looking, right? And this speed is crazy. I'm doing nothing. Again, I'm doing nothing. Why? Because look at this. Look at the equal lows we've got here. This low comes in at 1.05584. This low comes in at 1.05585. So relative equal lows right there. Right, literally a 1 pipette difference. Again, I'm not doing anything here. Nothing at all. What am I doing now? Now, for the more experienced traders, like ICT would probably do, you'd probably just go long right now. Okay, I can't do that. I am still waiting, and I want to see a more rapid movement Where? Where do I want to see a rapid movement? Higher. I want to see a movement higher. That is what I'm looking for. Again, look at all of this, right? I'm still waiting. Now it comes to the interesting point, and I'll show you where. Right. Did you guys just see that? What's this over here? A little swing higher, right? We've taken that out. We've taken that swing high out. Yeah? Now, these are the kind of trades that you gotta. This is why I said I'm a scalper by heart. Because what happened when it took out that high? What did this candle do here? That's where I'm going in. I'll show you guys. Now, yeah, don't get me wrong, my entry was a little bit off because you gotta be quick when you're entering him. But look, that's exactly where I entered, did I not? That is exactly where I entered. There, that fair value gap. Got a low here, got a low here, and really shallow run here. But we went into the 1 hour order block. We took out this low over here. We've traded above this swing high. What does this remind you of? ICT 2022 YouTube model. Turtle soup scenario. But with his situation, it would be the first fair value gap to form. And here, this is the one I see. Swing high broken. This is the fair value gap I see. And now, what happens? That's exactly what happens. That is Tuesday's long. I've just broken down to you guys what I did that Tuesday. This is exactly what I did. I didn't do anything else. This is the exact way I was thinking and waiting. And that's it. After that, guys, I am done. I am done. I mean, look, that's 10 pip stop. That's about 20 pips. I normally end up overextending. Yeah, if Asian range is there, I extend it to get that full R done. Yeah, only if it's above like 1 or 2 pips, not like 10, 20 pips. But there you go, 2R. Yeah. Now let's see what happens to price. It flies. Do I care? No, I don't. The reason I don't care about this is because I only have my eye on one thing. That daily bearish order block. Because I know when we get there, it's going to be interesting. Right? So, back to this. So that is that trade done. Yeah? What's next? What's the next day? Let's go to the next day now. I've got to end the market replay firstly. So I can actually go back to that. There we go. And this is one you guys are going to find very interesting because like I said, I'm a scalper and you will be surprised how I work with this model. Very hard to explain, but it's there. What do you guys see here? What does this look like? To me, that's a bullish order block. And you're going to see the Asian range high get traded again. Now, I'm not going to do market replay because it just takes a lot out of me to do that, but I'm going to show you guys. That's the order block. What's this over here? Turtle soup scenario. Now, guys, I want you to go back and test this out. I want you guys to go back and seriously just check it out. Just go back to your own charts and look at what I'm saying. Again, in my opinion, you need a narrative in mind. Okay, I was long, short term, not long term, short term, to get into those daily order blocks. But anyways, there you go. You went lower, you traded higher. Where did I take my trade? A lot of you ain't gonna believe this one. Oh, no, I don't want to draw a chart there. Sorry, guys. It definitely wasn't on that time. Why I took my trade? There. I deemed that as an order block. You'll see it. And look how many times price trades into it. A lot. A lot of times. And you will see price takes out that high. That's exactly where I get out. Reverses. Or retraces. Goes higher. Drops lower. Goes higher. You see all of that? And it's a 1 minute chart. So what am I trying to say to you guys? I'm trying to say that number one, this is one of my models that I do use. This is the model I use to catch my London longs and shorts. I utilize that Asian range like it's nobody's business. That is the number one thing I use to trade around these markets. Now, let's move on to this scenario. This is going to be the interesting one. The Asian range. Now, one thing you guys got to remember, as this price action is taking place on the daily, what did I say I had my eyes on? I had my eyes on GU and EU, right? London session. What do we have? We have the run on what? Run on stops, yeah? Into a daily bearish order block. What do we have after that? Calibrate that. 12. What do we have after that? We have the drop lower. Fair value gap. And look how many opportunities you get to get in after that. I'm waiting for to show me either SMT. And when I saw GU doing, not going above that high, and EU is showing itself it's on a stop run, what am I doing? All I'm doing is I'm going short on that fair value gap. I ended up getting in a bit lower. I think I must have got in again, probably at this candle here, but what could be your target? It could be the Asian range low. Or what did I do? Once I got to the Asian range low, I took partials. But then what did I do? I held the trade. Where did I hold it to? I held it until here. A bit lower than that, actually. A bit lower than that. And I got out. Again, trying to focus on keeping my one shot, one kills, like I said before. And again, I know I can go in the next day and find another position like I did today. So that was me getting in that short, right? But look at the amount of things I had to look for. Look at the amount of things I found before saying to myself, okay, I'm gonna go in short or I'm gonna go in long and all of that kind of stuff. Because I'm what I'm doing is I'm using a 1 hour chart and a daily chart, and I'm just trying to understand what could be the week's narrative. Now, speaking about the week's narrative, I'm just gonna go over next week's narrative. News. Well, why have we got Saturday here for? So apparently we've got news tomorrow. So thank God I'm not in a position. I'll put it that way. Wait, why is this so weird? Monday to Friday. Apparently there's news on Saturday. I have no idea. But Monday, look at the amount of news we have next week. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. For every single day we have high impact news. So what does that mean? We're gonna have a lot of volatility. And I really, really do think we are gonna trade higher into that daily fair value gap. So I'm gonna show you why I think that firstly. That's the daily fair value gap. Buy side liquidity. You see these equal highs over here? I don't want to see that get taken out. I'd like it if they run into that once and then drop lower. But again, I'm open to seeing what happens. I'm open to seeing what happens. I'm not trading Monday, even though it's got high impact news. Like I said, I like to work with the age and range, but I just need more information, so I let Monday pan out. But again, I am bearish, like I mentioned before, and I'm just waiting for more information. Now, Nas. Again, another pair that I wanted to short, but guys, there's only so many pairs you can look at. So today, if you guys haven't already, watch this video over here, Euro USD NY shorts. I took a short today, on paper trade, not my live account. And I was just trying to monitor NAS at the same time, and I just lost it. But again, look at the narrative now. EU, GU, NAS, they normally move in the same direction. I've seen that a lot. I've seen that they move in the same direction a lot. Now, I use this to my advantage. So, GU's at a weekly fair value gap, daily fair value gap. EU's at a daily bearish order block. NAS is at a daily bearish order block. So again, what does CPI do? Creates that down day. And if you go lower to the 1 hour, what do we have? The breaker, fair value gap, well, CB. Oh, here's the the breaker, buy side liquidity, trades higher, boom, trades lower. Beautiful. When I see stuff like this on Forex, it's just amazing to see. But again, same thing applies on indices, guys. I don't want to go into too much detail about my model yet or what I'm using on NAS, just because it's still in the process and I don't want to put out information I don't know anything about. But guys, this is literally how the week went. Anticipating that Thursday reversal and Friday just being another continuation of that. Again, you literally have a 5-minute order block within a 15-minute fair value gap, 30-minute fair value gap. Where did price trade into? 1 hour OB, of course it went higher. Fair value gap, 5-minute time frame, boom, look at that, shorts. And you will see that I did take shorts. Well, if you check my trades there, I went short here, and you'll see me, like I said, not rushing to move my stop, let price trade, higher. And what does it do? Trades lower, retracement, fair value gap, trades lower, partials, partials, and execution of the trade completely. And you'll see why I did that. As you can see, look at where I was taking partials, and look at where I exited the trade completely, and that's it. Caps the range of the week. So again, guys, I hope you find this video insightful. It's probably the longest one I've actually done on a weekly breakdown. I know I've spoken a lot. I've just gone on and on and on. But I like to keep the videos as chill as possible. I don't like to be like 100% serious. I like to add my own personal touch to it. Speak how I am, be who I am. I think that's the most important thing. It's the best way you guys will learn. Have some good banter, have some good times, and I think it's the best way to put what I know out there. So again, any questions you guys have, please feel free to comment under this video, DM me on Instagram, Twitter, or message me on Telegram. Please like this video, share with everyone you know, who you think will find this helpful. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'd appreciate it so much. And other than, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you all have a fantastic weekend. Spend time with your family, your friends. Have a good time. And I will see you guys sometime next week. Peace.